Well, this is what I'm doing in February. I'm laying this cardboard down. It is in the middle of winter. This is one of my projects. Laying all this cardboard down to keep the weeds out of the rows and out of these aisles where I'll be planting my vegetables. Laying the cardboard down and I'm putting leaves on top of the cardboard. I did this section and did this. And I'm just doing this right here. I'll be doing this later, so I'm just doing this right here to let you know what I'm doing before I complete it. This would be on my, this is going to be a video, YouTube video. So I would like to show you everything that I am doing in February. Then again, I'll show you again what I did in March. This is the way the garden is looking. And I said I was going to be planting mustards and turnips. It's my first garden. Mustard greens, turnip greens. Will be my first garden. And then after the mustards and turnips, they will all be up. And by June 15th, so I'll be able to get my bush beans in these containers. You know about, I done showed you about the containers. That in the bottom is organic matter with the little compost. And the worms, they will be composting it through the summer. Next year, all I have to do is turn them over. That's what I did with most of these anyway. Here, I plan on planting the turnip greens in these buckets, in these pails, containers. I think about 5 turnips in each pail. And they would be all through by sometime in June. Then I'll put a collard plant. I think I got about 9. I'll be hitting probably collard plants back in here and giving them away. And this right here would be what you call the container gardening. And I'm probably going to have about 50 containers with about 5 turnips each. And probably be giving most of it away if somebody want to buy it or they give me something for it. That'll be nice. Other than that, you know, I'm saying that the garden is a hobby. And it's something that I enjoy doing, and it's good for you. I think it is. Read up on the garden, the benefits of the garden, the vegetables that you grow. And it says Afro-Americans suffer for the lack of vitamin D. It contributes to all our ailments. So I'm getting a lot of vitamin D out here. When you grow in the garden, they recommend that you don't grow no more than you can eat. Just grow for yourself. But I like to give. It's a hobby, and I like to give. I like to give to people, especially the people when I go to church, churches, and senior citizens. So all these containers will be turnip greens, not turnip greens, but mustard greens first. And you have seen my videos before. I haven't did a video in probably about 6 years now. But each year I do all my posting of what I'm doing in my garden. This year I'm going to do both. So then after the succession planting, after the mustards and turnip greens, I'll be planting bush beans. And these bush beans, they should be in by the summertime, by June 15th, probably 50, 60 days to mature. Then after that, if I want to, I can plant mustards again because the weather be cool off. After when the temperature get up to over 80 degrees, the mustard greens will start to getting tough, and they'll bolt as they begin to grow seeds, and they're tough, and you don't want to eat them at that time. So that's succession planting, when you plant another crop after that. But after the beans are going to take about 50 to 60 days. I just ordering my beans and everything. Section out here said I was going to do collard greens. I'll be laying the cardboard down, and I think will have enough leaves to mulch it, so I won't have to come out here in the summertime, be weeding my garden. Showed you what I've been doing. One of my winter projects right here is I know I'll be taking a vacation, so when I have that automatic watering system that I can turn on and off with my phone, and this right here, I'm putting sprinklers on this. I got one here and one there, and each one has a distance of about 70 feet. So, and I just checked it out. I'll be able to water both sections. In my automatic watering system, it had 3 ports, so I'll be watering the other side with the other port, some kind of weird. So this gonna be Swiss chard and collard greens. You see that collard that has lasted throughout the winter? Next week, we're going to a week next week, so I'm going to use that collards plus the one that I got in the house for that. On this side, y'all seen the squash that I have grown. I grow so many squash every year, I have to give them away. This year I'm not going to plant them as close together as I have before. So I'm gonna have squash, and I'm gonna have maybe a row of Swiss chard, and them squash produces so well, just like they just pushing them out the ground. Over here is where I had my watermelons. My watermelons didn't do too good last year, but they did good before. I don't put about 14 more inches. I have to take some of the soil out and put more soil in there. It's just like crop rotating, and it takes about 14 inches of soil to grow watermelon. So that's new stuff this year. And there, I'm gonna cut holes in the side of the barrels like I did over here. And you've seen over here how I planted kale in those big holes, and it did make. I'll probably be putting kale. I don't like kale, but it's so pretty to grow. And I'm gonna put some collards in the side. Yeah, I know it'll grow, but if it look like it's dying or not growing, I can just pull it up and eat it, give it away, as long as I got something growing in the top of the barrels. Now let me walk around the garden in February. And I showed you what I was doing here today. I'm putting my leaves down on top of the cardboard. I hope it rains, so the leaves won't blow away, but I'll be putting something on top, and I'll be saving some of my leaves for the summer. And there's leaves. I have leaves. I don't have enough, but I know I can go find some now. I saved mine and picked up some of the neighbors. I can always get more cardboard. This is what my sweet potatoes did reasonable well last year, and I think I have some growing in the basement. Gonna have some. This is where the peanuts is going. Like I said, these white pills here is to keep the squirrels out. And I know you have seen me in the peanuts that I have grown, but last year the squirrels came and ate all my peanuts. They dug them up out the ground just like they planted them there. So, and it says that anything germinating don't germinate, needs some circulation, so I cut holes in the side of these containers here, and hopefully I can germinate them, and then take the pills up, keep the squirrels out of them. I think it's about 96. I got to get some more pills. I got to go pick some more pills up. You can get free pills at different places. These 4-gallon pills, I think my resources have dried up. Quite a few people is taking these now. Then when I get through, when the peanuts germinate, if not, I can put beans in it or something else like I did last year. I would probably put some soil in it, and hopefully I do some collard plants, and if anybody want them, they can come get them. They're gonna be probably about 90, because I'm gonna have enough of everything. So the peanuts, the reason why I have the peanuts in the containers here, in the split barrels, it gives me more room because than the ones that I have grown in the round and square containers. Give me more room, because if you see the way the peanuts grow and how the pegs go down in the ground, the pegs need more room to go down in the ground. I didn't want to put it in ground, so I'm having container garden and ground gardening, and I'm also going to have my vertical gardening over here. All of my pole beans. This is where all my pole beans was last year. You know how the pole beans do. The pole beans do good, very good. Over here. So I think somebody wrote me a note and say they thank me for showing them about the container garden in the containers. This is something that we all could do. You just take your 5 or 6 of these, and you can grow enough of collard greens to last you all summer long. I'm trying to introduce people into stuff like this, and I did last year. I had 2 or 3. I don't had 3 or 4 people, and other people trying gardens. It takes time to garden. It need to be a hobbyist. This right here is what I call the my handicap gardening, where you don't have to bend down that much. All you got to do is get somebody to fill your containers for you with native soil, compost, and a little sand. And I can tell you and show you later how you can get all this stuff without cost, but you do need some type of transportation. This last year, y'all remember my okra? Man, this right here, you can grow some nice okra. The baby Baba okra. And you can grow them right out of the side, So I'm just going to grow them up in the top sections, and I'll grow some other vegetable down below. If the down below vegetables doesn't produce well, I know the okra will produce. Along the side, and I call this my fence garden. I have some, what I have here is some, somewhat, not biannual, but annuals. I'm gonna put some annuals. I'm gonna have beet, mustard, mustard greens here, and some perennials. I have perennials. I'm gonna have to pull some of these perennials up. And I have had this garden at one time was a herb garden, but I didn't have no use for all of that. So I got about 8 barrels of handicap. This is handicap garden. I wonder what's that growing? Something growing out of there. And okra. So I will have enough okra for more than I need, but I love okra. beets. I like the bull's blood beet, red beet, red top, ornamental plant like, but they are very good for canning. I have to steady add a little bit of soil in these containers. They constantly drop. So I have cardboard. I get it out of the yard, make the yard look nice and clean. Over here where I was doing my green peas. I'm not gonna do green peas. Once that groundhog get in here, he eat every last one of them. I don't think I'm gonna do no more green peas. And here where I had green peas growing in here, I think I'm just going to grow something in the top, and I'm gonna try growing maybe spinach or mustard greens around it. And that would be the my part of my early garden. Somewhere I'm gonna do carrots. I see I have carrot soup, and I like carrots. They grow beautiful. Here is like I said, I have leaves. I have some more I picked up along the way. So that would be, this is my garden in February. Hope the wind doesn't come and blow everything. Need a good rain to hold that down. And you would watch my garden this year, because I plan on doing a video at least once a month. And this is it. I'll be ready